seconds remaining. Reserve time.
And after that extended break, we did not anticipate Valve completely deciding to go on a vacation right when we're trying to get this second match going. Perky Pepperonis versus Isurus Gaming, HyperX. Best of 3. Perky Peps coming out on top, taking away game 1 for their win. Watching them advance in the KOD League. I'm RBP. I'm going to be giving you the play-by-play solo cast this evening. And I hope I can make it worthwhile for you. So please let me know. Give me those phone numbers. Give me those emails. If you need me to send someone
Someone's connection
friendly
dropped.
messages. I don't know. Some late night whispers. I occasionally get those requested. It's very strange. Needless to say. We're here to see a good match. And I'm excited. I'm excited to be here back with everybody.
Dire team's turn to ban.
Be on the mic. Be able to watch that early Life Stealer band pick. Yeah. That's the way it's gonna be.
Radiant team ban.
Need to make one adjustment. Hang tight with me.
Seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
There we go. Need to make some changes here to my menu. So good, we got the Ricky Beastmaster banned out again. Bounty Hunter again. Perky Pepperoni's not really liking the Bounty Hunter. That's an annoying pick for them, and I think they learned their lesson when they played against EG a few days ago during the TI6 qualifier.
10 seconds remaining.
It's difficult to prepare, you know, when you got a roaming bounty hunter so early on into the game and you have to dedicate sentry wards to that. It could put a damper on some of the progress. Early progression for the team. It's going to be difficult. So we're looking at the first pick ready to go for Perky Peps. Let's see what they're going to go with this game. Early Darkseer pick. So we're going to see things.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Gonna see things switched up a little bit. Looks like Perky Peps wanting to go with the Darkseer for themselves this time. Really enjoying the benefits of having the Darkseer in the lane. The Dragon Knight did work really well for them
10 seconds remaining.
in the previous game. It's interesting to see Isurus completely ignoring some of the strong aspects of Perky's game 1 and deciding to ban out the Ricky and Beastmaster instead. Which is entirely fine. Yeah, they've got some options available to them. They still want to force into a play that works more with what their strengths are.
Disruptor!
And the Disruptor could be it. Disruptor could work into exactly what they like to do.
Slada.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
I mean, Perky Peps just overall. They had some very strong. They did have a strong start at the beginning of game 1, and so it allowed Dragon Knight to just see
10 seconds remaining.
a dominance, just pure dominance in the mid lane versus the Invoker.
5 seconds remaining.
So Isurus got to be careful not to duplicate that again.
Reserve
While
time.
we don't traditionally see the Juggernaut in mid lane,
Oracle.
I wouldn't put it past him to do it again, but
Dire team's turn to ban.
Perky Peps really enjoying the Oracle pickup.
Seconds remaining.
Only a few
5
short
seconds
seconds remaining. The next ban pick, Terrorblade. They don't want any of that.
Radiant team's turn to ban.
An interesting ban pick. But the split push coming from the Terrorblade is enough to cause terror into your opponents.
10 seconds remaining.
It's unfortunate that the
Dire team
Terrorblade
ban.
just gets so strong. Faces Void. Next ban pick for Perky Peps. But I'm impressed. up to this point at the way Perky Pepperonis have been
10 seconds remaining.
handling themselves. Game 1.
5 seconds remaining.
The Axe quickly coming on board with the Blink Dagger. Who knows if we'll see another Axe
You're
pick
using
coming
up
from
your
Isurus.
reserve time.
Likely not. The Culling Blades were falling slightly short. The Counter Helix was able to pick off the heroes before he was even able to cast the Culling Blade. And we're seeing this trend happening with multiple engagements throughout the game. And I'm not sure if there's just a connection issue that they're having there, because we know that a couple of players from Isurus Gaming are having some connection problems. But that could make or break a team. It really, really can decide
Radiant
how far
team
these
ban.
teams are able to go. And we know that plenty of other places around the world, they get together in these gaming houses and able to put some serious effort into making the best out of a team collaborative effort. So it's good to see when these teams are able to come together to do
10
that.
seconds
Dragon Knight
remaining.
ban pick. Isurus not wanting to go up against that again.
5 seconds remaining.
Giving it plenty of respect. Who knows if they're gonna... Oh, and the Axe
could turn away
ban.
from this
They're not gonna
team's
let him
turn
have
to
it
pick.
this time. They're gonna force in something else. Even though I don't think that was a pick that they were necessarily gonna go with. But the Perky Peps are deciding that's not... It's not allowed. Not allowed. You're not gonna get it.
10 seconds
Isurus.
remaining.
What you gonna do now?
5 seconds remaining.
For those of you who are just joining in, this is KOD League. Best of
Radiant
3 with
team's
Isurus
turn to
Gaming
pick.
versus Perky Pepperonis. I'm RB Pete. You can follow all of us on Twitter, Facebook, all the social media, Instagram, all the good stuff that's out there. Please do give us a follow. We appreciate it very much. Without your participation in
10
watching this
seconds
stuff, this
remaining.
definitely would not be possible. So we're very grateful for that.
5 seconds remaining.
Juggernaut's back in the game, no longer in opposition.
Reserve time.
Phantom
But
Assassin.
the Phantom Assassin is a
Dire
strong
team's turn to pick.
selection for Perky Peps. But with the Dragon Knight out, could this be their mid lane pickup versus the Juggernaut? Who knows? Or were they going to put Juggernaut in the safe lane this time? Maybe throw something else out in the mid lane. They still got an Invoker available.
10
Still got
seconds
the Ember
remaining.
Spirit available. Isurus Gaming opting to go with those 2
5
picks
seconds remaining.
for a lot of their engagements.
Reserve time.
I mean, their highest win percentage currently is the Storm Spirit. They could elect to go with something like that. They've still got an option for a support pickup here with the Dazzle. Possibly with a Earthshaker as a follow-up. A good Echo Slam with plenty of the replicas out. I'm over here screaming words in my Alexa's trying to talk to me over here. Sorry, Alexa. I'm trying to do some commentary. Can you please mind your business?
Winter Wyvern.
Winter Wyvern,
Radiant
4th
team's
pick
turn
for
to pick.
Isurus Gaming. Not even close, RB Pete. Not even close. Let's check it out. Win percentage, Winter Wyvern. One of the least picked heroes for Isurus Gaming right
10
now. They've got a
seconds remaining.
56.25% win
5
percentage
seconds remaining.
using Winter Wyvern in the past 16 matches.
Reserve
We're going
time.
to wait for this 4th pick. And Juggernaut's really a fairly newer pick for Isurus Gaming as well. Out of their total hero pool. We're looking at Juggernaut. He's all the way to the bottom. See, this whole time I'm trying to fill time, I'm scrolling.
Ursa
Trying to
Warrior.
find where Juggernaut is. But we're going to get the
Dire
Ursa.
team's turn to ban.
Let's go and check him out for Perky Peps. Perky pepperonis, Perky pepperonis. Gotta get some delicious Perky Peps on my pizza.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Waiting for this last and final pick from Isurus Gaming.
Reserve
Clock running
time.
short. They're down into the reserve time currently with 20 seconds left. They've got to come up with an option here, or for the last band pick rather.
Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team's turn to ban. Radiant team's turn to pick.
Ursa not even registering as one of the top picks here for Perky Pepsi. This is a newer pick for them.
Dire team's turn to pick.
We haven't been able to collect much data on this one. Ogre Magi, final pick for Perky Peps, waiting on this last one for Isurus Gaming. They could use another core hero, another nice right-click damage.
10 seconds remaining.
Ogre Magi, definitely not a core choice here.
5 seconds remaining.
I could be wrong. I mean, I've seen people pick up the Echo Saber. I don't know
Reserve
why.
time.
I don't know why people do these things.
5 seconds remaining.
Crazy things now. But it doesn't matter. Death Prophet, final pick for Isurus Gaming. And we're going to make some introductions here and figure out who's playing what. I know you're going to see a little bit of it here. But we want to do it the fancy schmancy way. We want to do it with a different camera angle. And make this as fun and entertaining as we possibly can. Keep it with the light cast, not the hard cast. This is not Pornhub. Let's behave yourselves, young man.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
While we wait for them to get back in, looks like someone else is gonna have to drain it. We gotta go drain the vein. Take a moment. Yeah, you can't play with a full bladder. I don't know what's up with that. Human biology. Ah, this is esports. Human biology is not allowed here. Have to take those bio breaks as often as we can. So let's go ahead and take a look at Isurus Gaming here on the dire side of the map. Make some nice, cool introductions. Let's take a peek at these guys. We got a Rama playing on the Disruptor. Playing on the Winter Wyvern is going to be our fans of Sayon Dulce. The Slayer is going to be playing on Slardar. Our Juggernaut, our good friend Juggernaut. Let's see if we can reach him. Let's see if we can reach him. Can we reach him? Can we come? There he is. Full back rather. He's going to be playing on the Juggernaut. And our Papita is going to be playing. Oh, look at you sexy thing. And your skull collar, skull choker. It's adorable. Playing on the Death Prophet. Let's make the switch over to Perky Peps while we wait for them to regain connection to the game. Dad, once again, going to be playing on the Oracle. Did an excellent job game one, making those excellent saves. Nimble Navigator is going to be playing on the Ogre Magi. They look confused desperately. Yeah, there's some desperate, utter confusion happening here. The Ogres trying to work together. Darkseer are going to be played by Monkeys Forever. And we're going to wait for these last two picks. Let's not jump the gun, guys. Calm down now. All right, looking strong. We're taking the win. Game one handed over to Perky Peps, Isurus Gaming. Let's see if they can turn things around for game two. If you're just joining us, I'm RB Pete, here with the KOD League and a best of three, Perky Peps versus Isurus Gaming. If you guys are rooting for your teams, please do so. I don't know if it's too late to place your bets.
Recommence.
But now that we've got the last two in, Ursa is going to be played by Anais Assad. or however that's pronounced. KVH is going to be playing on the Phantom Assassin. And they're going to go enjoy some special time in the lanes. Oh, that's a quick poured in bottom lane. Well, we still have one. Probably still utilizing the restroom. So let's take a look at Dad. Yeah, shall we? Like this guy. Look at that 3.24 KDA. Top 3 heroes for him are typically Lina, Disruptor, and Sand King. Oracle sitting somewhere around 5th with only 10 matches total with Perky Peps. He's looking at a 60% win streak using Oracle. Do a little homework and looks like his top 3 overall in win percentage. Ricky with 85.7%. Gyrocopter with 80%. Rubik 75%. Tiny 75%. Looking at Dad is quite the arsenal of heroes available to him with a nice solid win percentage. Less than 10 matches for each one with Perky Peps. But nonetheless, we did see the Ricky ban. So Isurus Gaming doing a little bit of their homework. Alright, over for Isurus. Let's check out Rama. Oh, looks like they're ready to go. We don't have time to check out Rama.
The battle resumes.
That's what the stats guys are for. Alright, the smoke ready to go for Disruptor. Bottom lane, or bottom rune rather. There's a lot of them hanging out here, down here. Perky Peps could have Slardar in their sights. But they don't spot him yet. But they know somebody's hanging out there. All 5 bottom rune. They do catch a Slardar, and they see the Ursa. I'm sure they've made the call that they're able to split these runes. Just gonna let the bottom one go, hand over the top rune to Death Prophet.
This ain't no snowball
Hand over
fight.
the bottom rune to Ursa.
Gold and sweet.
And they're gonna split that up between the two teams. Deep in here, going for the courier snipe. 1, 2, and there they are.
Radiant's courier just got killed.
Interesting way to start things out. Less than a minute in. Radiant courier already getting brutalized. Ursa looking like he's gonna have some help from the Ogre Magi mid lane. A good stun, followed up with the Fury swipes. Do a number on anybody, especially somebody as squishy as Death Prophet for sure. Starting with only 620 health. Ursa could make easy work of her top lane. Currently uncontested. An open spot for Juggernaut. Disruptor, be able to pull the camps and farm their way up. Darkseer enjoying the flexibility of having the jungle. Meanwhile, bottom lane with some pressure on Slardar. The Oracle doing a good job at keeping him boxed out. Splitting up XP a little bit. The two of them moving in. Winter Wyvern just getting in there as many single hits as you can. And a nice swarm. But Ursa's returning fire. He's gonna force Vapita back under the tower. positioning themselves, being as cautious as possible. Can't get too close to the Ogre Magi. The Fire Blast is enough to help secure or set up Ursa. And the Slardar picking up the Bonnie Rune bottom lane. He's gonna return back to the maybe stacking some camps here. But top lane, really stacking to the fullest potential. Rama, fullback. Looking like Perky Peps just giving up the top tower entirely. But the Winter Wyvern moves in. There's the stun. The life drain is there, but Ursa, he's going to try to punch through it. Slardar moving in to try to stun. He's got the extra movement speed. There's the crush, and they're going to put Zasad in the grave. And that's going to be a nice first blood handed over to Pepita. An open window for bottom lane to get some freestanding creep score. Without surprise, Juggernaut looking good with 20 CS count. A much different game from game 1. Not having to face off against the Dragon Knight mid lane. And Ogre Magi bursting. Continuing with the AoE damage. Or the damage over time, rather.
Radiant's top tower has looked better.
An excellent way to make it difficult for bottling for Death Prophet. To have that continuous damage over time. But no bottle yet. It's gonna opt to go with the Clarity Potion and infused Raindrop. Darkseer dangerously low. But he's just making his way back to the well. Not gonna give himself up this time. Instead of the axe. The axe not surviving the jungle within the first 3 minutes. That's mildly entertaining. So with Ogre Magi out of the mid lane, moving his way top, the tower unguarded for so long, not taking much damage here, but the Fire Blast with the help of the Thunderstrike to try to keep them back. The Kinetic Field holding him in. The Blade Fury is there. Navigator just wants to get out and out of this engagement, but the Ion Shell is helping to keep things on as he chases him down. Rama is going to be an easy grab for forever. Pull back the Fire Blast to hold him still. The Ion Shell, another burning him as best he can, but Oracle trying to move in to slow things up, and they do secure another one. Juggernaut being the second one down. Isurus Gaming losing 2 in the top lane. 5 minutes into the game.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
Perky Peps are going to put themselves on the board with their first 2 kills.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
For those of you just joining up, this is the KOD League. Best of 3, Perky Peps versus Isurus Gaming. I'm RB Pete. Make sure you follow us on social media. Track all the action. Track all the prizes. We love to give them away. We love to see you guys play. Yeah, it's fucking rhyme time over here right now. Top lane, Juggernaut. Looking comfortable with the Darkseer. Dangerously low on mana. Halfway burned through his life. And a mad dash for bottom rune. Oracle not able to get there in time. It's going to be given to Slardar. And with the vision bottom, Oracle has a good eye on what the Slardar's activities are. They need to make the calls out on these rotations. It's going to be essential for Ursa to stay alive in the mid lane. He needs the cradling. He needs the nurturing. The nurturing? What is that even a word? What the hell does nurturing mean? Nursing, rather. But it looks like they're going to get the Slardar bottom lane while I'm too busy stammering my words. I miss all this good stuff. And Ursa making the call mid lane. Wanting to get some help. getting the Pepita kill. And Ursa not realizing that there's some help behind Death Prophet. Death Prophet's going to continue to be confident within the lane. Slardar and Disruptor both nearby, wanting to move in on this. They've got the vision available. They'll know if he has any help. Now wants to move in to protect the tower, but looking at this opening, it looks like they might take it. I mean, it'd be silly to not know that Ursa's just switching over to the camps. I mean, these teams are seasoned enough to know when someone's disengaging to go do some extra farming, and Ursa's going to reveal himself by the tower. Here's the first rotation to come in and provide some assists. And there's the Ogre, ready with a Fire Blast up on the high ground, and they're going to follow through. But no, the return fire with the Drain. Disruptor trying to come in from underneath the tower, but Ursa's going to make easy work of that, and Ogre is going to trade. They're going to chase down the Ursa, but he's going to stop underneath the fire of the tower. Pepita taking 3, 4, 5 hits from it. Out of range, Ursa's able to survive, but he's going to catch him on the high ground instead and hopefully get him to it. That's the last right click. The Ursa falls victim. Saved by the Winter Wyvern on the Death Prophet, and the Blade Furies there. PA's got to turn around, and that's going to be a killing spree. Handed over to Pepita. Mid lane 3 down for Perky Peps, while Isurus looking very strong in his first 10 minutes of the game. And this is the part where my co-caster would come in and start, talking some analytics. But I don't have one of those right now. So we've just got to go with what we've got. Oracle moving in. Wants to get them back away from the tower. Tower dangerously low, less than 30% HP available to it. Ursa wanting to move back in. There's some signals being made that this counter push is likely something that they can do. While Winter Wyvern and Slardar having to regain some of their mana before they can engage again in this. But Slardar is going to sprint his way mid to provide some cover for the tower, and he's going to make it in time. Meanwhile, Disruptor top lane holding on to some key support items. And Winter Wyvern up top helping Death Prophet take control of this triple stacked camp. Oh, looks like a quadruple stack. Excellent work here by Isurus. Working these camps to their advantage. Bottom lane, Oracle by himself. While PA enjoys the space of the jungle.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
Excellent braids from the Ursa, but the Slardar sprinting in, realizing something is amiss. Something is amiss, and the Crypt Swarm not doing much, but just a scratch over the top of his head, but with the amplified damage there, he's got to second guess himself. There it is, the Exorcism is up. This is their attempt to get this mid-tier 1 tower. No rotations yet in from Perky Peps, and they're going to let it go. Bottom lane, the dagger is up. And Winter Wyvern feeling unaffected by it. He's going to continue in the lane. Oracle and PA trying to move in. They want to get something, but he's going to find the safety under the tower. Top lane, Juggernaut, not safe at all. Full back. Feeling the pressure from the Darkseer and the Ogre Magi. The Ogre Magi. I prefer to say Magi, personally. But that's just my personal preference. Who knew? Ursa, you need to move away from middle lane. Without any help, Isurus is going to rely on these camps mid in order to get him to the point where he's able to work out the Roshan. But he's gonna need at least another 6 or 7 minutes, maybe less. Probably 4 minutes. I don't know, who the hell cares? He's gonna get... Oh, speaking of getting something, even with the glimpse, KVH able to get out just in time, avoiding imminent death in the bottom lane. Darkseer nearly done with the mechanism. Only 100 gold away from that completion. Already available Discord on the Death Prophet. The drums available for full back. Mechanism not too far away.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Looking good for Isurus Gaming currently. A lot different from game 1. At 12 minutes into the game, the tempo is slowed down significantly. They're taking things a little bit more cautiously. Their communication seems to be a lot better this game. They're rotating together, moving, attacking together, disengaging together. Looks like a completely different team from game 1.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And bottom tower up for grabs. No rotations yet. Juggernaut solo defending the top lane.
Radiant has Are those cracks?
Nice prolong of the health of the creeps here by Winter Wyvern. Tower, again, close. There's the Exorcism just to help finish things off. Ursa making his way in. They're going to turn things around. The curse is there, and they're going to try to leech it, but with the immunity, he's not going to take nearly as much damage, but an easy pick off Phantom Assassin for the Juggernaut mid lane. The Omni Slash is working his way right through Phantom Assassin, cutting him to little tiny pieces. With 101 CS, followed by 89 with Darkseer. It's only 13.5 minutes into the game, 4-6. Perky Peps versus Isurus Gaming. RBP, KOD League. For those of you who are just tuning in, glad you could be here. Please tell your friends, share it around. We like to keep the high-octane entertainment going, and there could be a quick pick-off of the Courier, but they're going to go back to the fight instead. There's a Static Field of Kinetic... Static Storm, rather, and they're going to hold on to Ursa. He's going to continue to try to get as many Fury Swipes out there, but the stuns are there in time. Facade, the extra damage, wants to go toe-to-toe. He may be able to get the... There it is. He's able to get Slardar in the process. Winter Wyvern trying to get away from the Iron Shell, but PA helping with the dagger to pick him off. Pepita deciding he's got to disengage, losing 4 of his teammates in the process. They're going to do a team wipe. Death Prophet on a killing spree, losing it, handing it over. 340 gold over to Ogre Magi. But that's a team wipe, losing an Ursa in the process. This is a good opportunity for Keep Peps looking at pushing at this bottom tier 1. They're going to make the signal that that's a go. PA on the solo push, perhaps. They're going to switch things out and go back to the respective lanes. Ogre Magi heading top. Rotation coming in to protect the tier 1. And the clean Crypt Swarm. Making easy work of these lanes. Pecky Perps. Yeah, just say that over and over again. Ursa getting spotted by the Winter Wyvern. He's making the signal, but he's able to get the Aegis off just in time, and he's going to make this Winter Wyvern pay for sneaking up on him. But Winter Wyvern, Winter Curse to get on the escape. He's just going to Arctic Burn out to safety.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last.
But the rest are moving in. Ursa could be in trouble here. He's definitely outnumbered, missing 3 of his teammates. Darkseer and him. They're going to solo this. Oracle could be in trouble. Slardar pinning him into the forest. Oracle wanting to get out of this under 4. He could be in trouble. Ogre Magi getting Omni Slash to bits. And
Dire's structures are fortified.
they blow him up. He's not able to teleport to safety. Disruptor, rather, trying to move into the top lane, realizing Ursa could take this top tier 1. And he's managed to get it. They're not able to deny it this time around, but they're going to chase him in. Oh, underneath the Static Storm. He's not able to cast anything, cleaning up the Aegis. Now that it's been burned out, they've got a Darkseer not far away. He's got nothing left. The stuns are not able to let him do any Fury Swipes. Not this time. Monkeys Forever making the mistake, trying to put the safe, trying to create an opportunity for Ursa to get out and making the mistakes in the process. And they're going to lose a couple more. Big lead handed over to Isurus Gaming. Really putting things in their favor at this point. regaining that XP that Perky Peps has had an advantage on since the beginning of the match. And an opportunity to get the Death Prophet. There's the teleport to safety, and he's going to get there in time with 100 HP to spare. The stun. Teleporting right after it. There's not much there. Once the one Fire Blast is on cooldown. No Aghanim Scepter yet. Not sure he'll even be able to make it that far. The way Isurus Gaming is taking early dominance here. Less than 20 minutes still. 17 heading to the 18-minute mark. 9 to 11. Looking at a comfortable net worth gain. The lead for Phantom Assassin, significant. Death Prophet wanting to return to the lane to provide some defense. Forcing the split off of Perky Peps. Bottom lane in the jungle, Juggernaut trying to take some of these camps for himself. They're gonna walk right past each other and have no clue that Juggernaut's only a few clicks away. With some good observation here from Isurus Gaming. The warding is in their favor. They know Ursa's by the tower. They've got the vision. They're going to make the call and get the rotation in. Juggernaut is going to head in that direction. The ward is going to expire just as Ursa shows his face, and he's going to walk within range of the ward in the bottom jungle. So they will catch him returning to bottom lane. There is an opportunity to find someone out in the open. The invisibility almost expired for Ogre Magi, but in Exorcism up. The tower is under pressure. Ursa still hanging out bottom lane. No rotation yet in from him. There's the healing ward. The wall is up. There's the vacuum. They're going to try to pull them in and slow things down a bit. The Exorcism still punching holes into the tower. Pepita under pressure from PA. Trying to stay just out of range of the wall. They're going to hold on to, there he is, the curse. The blink, the slithering crush, the stun. PA trying to blink in and burst these guys down. He's able to get one. There's the second. Ursa able to clean him up. They're going to continue the chase. Juggernaut not able to get away, out of reach. Ursa just too fast, being able to gain ground, and PA as well. The blinks are so effective here at closing the gap, and they're going to find Winter Wyvern. That's going to be an easy pick-off here mid lane, while the Tier 1 tower is going to be the final victim here. But no, they're going to walk right past it, perhaps. Maybe they don't want the tower at all. Dark Seer wanting to blink out to the secret shop, maybe finding another opportunity there, but they're going to be happy with this 3-man exchange. Taking over 1,100 gold, swinging in their direction with a good amount of damage coming from PA. But the slaughtering isn't over. It's going to continue. There's the life drain. The rotation's coming in. The tower dangerously low. They want to protect it. The blink crush, but the follow-up fire blast is able to slow things down. The Omni strike, the Omni slash, not able to get it, but there's the Dark Seer down. They got the glimpse on the PA. They're going to pull him back to the Tier 1, and that's going to be a good pick-off for them. Oracle next on his target. Juggernaut makes an easy work of him. Ogre next to go down. That's 4. Ursa, where are you? You going to help your team? Fullback looking very strong with that killing spree, and they're going to change directions, shift it over past the Ancients, head over into the lane. They're on Ursa's tail. They're going to come up right below the Tier 1 tower. Ursa unaware of what's going to happen. They're just going to go for it. Isurus moving in. Ursa's just going to completely chase up the lane. He's got them working on the Tier 1 tower, but how much longer before it's backdoored? But they're going to be okay. They've got the creeps there. They've got the Tier 1 ready to go. Ursa still running for his life. Slardar on his tail. Not able to get the double, or not able to get the amplified damage off in time, but Pahita finds the target, and they move him in. The Yule Scepter up in the air. The kinetic storm is there, all of it, and they're able to punish him 50 seconds before he's back into the game. Ursa's down for the count, but the rest of his team is not. They are back up. They find an opening, PA, but the return fire, putting himself under protection. A good cold embrace to help save him. Trying to curse forever to keep him out of there, but not sure it was the best utilized for the winner's curse. But they're buying themselves some time. Bottom lane under pressure from the Death Prophet. Winter Wyverns could have been keeping them busy as long as he possibly could. The tier 1. Bottom, while Dire also losing a tower in the process.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Finding Ursa susceptible, that's going to be an easy pickoff. They're going to continue this push bottom lane. Winter Wyvern Disruptor not too far behind. BA still mid lane. Not making his way there. The Exorcism up, the tower under pressure. This is going to be an easy burn down. Nobody moving in to provide the defense. This is going to be an easy pickoff. Secured. Isurus Gaming. They're not out of this. We could go to a game 3. PA focused on trying to get that farm. Still in the lead in net worth, followed by Death Prophet. And Juggernaut sitting comfortably in third. 23.5 minutes. Closing in. Evening things out here, Isurus Gaming with the net worth and with the XP. Heading closer to mid-range between the two teams.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
At the item selections. Tell PA getting beefed up. Battle Fury now ready to go. Interesting choice with the Mask of Madness for Ursa. But I guess he wants to keep the Fury swipes going as fast as possible. But with that additional 30% damage, I'm not sure it's the best one with the blink underneath Papita, the Yule Scepter to keep him alive. The rotation and Omni Slash in there, trying to cut down Darkseer. He may be able to get it, and he does. Next up, Rama. He's the focus of Ursa, but he barely makes it out of the kinetic field. Rama, realizing it's safer inside, so tries to move in. There's the Fire Blast to be able to earn him another kill. Underneath the Cold Embrace, he's able to live a little bit longer, but Juggernaut trying to return to the fight and have to deal with the Ursa in combo. But not before PA moves in for the assist. Juggernaut trying to Blade Fury away. Are they going to be able to do it? And they're going to get it on the 4th one down. Isurus Gaming. They're losing 4 in the process. They need one more kill to get the team wipe, but Slardar is going to keep himself nice and safe while the rest of the team have to wait for them to come back in here. Perky Peps using this opportunity to put some more gold in their pocket. Take that mid tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Isurus looking really strong in some of these engagements. Perky Peps just in one fight. The swing of the net worth and XP heading back into their favor.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
With Roshan on the ready. Ursa knows it's an opportunity. Ursa knows it's an opportunity to get in there, get that Aegis again, find another push. Darkseer. Oh, the Ursa could be in trouble. They're able to pick him off before he gets there. PA activating the BKB. He's going to chase down the Winter Wyvern. The curse able to slow him down and the teleport to safety. Meanwhile, Dulce, he's going to teleport back to the tier 2. And Disruptor falling victim outside of the Roshan pit. Juggernaut turning around now that the wall is up. Guardian Greaves on the ready. The Fire Blast burning him down. what easy work they're able to make of the Death Prophet. There's just not enough HP pool to be able to deal. With all this pressure coming from Perky Peps, there's the buyback from the Death Prophet, the rotation back to the tier 2. There's the Exorcism up. Death Prophet, Darkseer trying to disengage. Death Prophet on the chase down. The Yule Scepter up. Winter Wyvern again for the assist. And the Ogre Magi, he's going to be burned. They're looking for an out. Slardar on the chase. Nice Force Staff up on the high ground. Oracle is out. He's back to base. The Glimpse back on the Darkseer. They're going to chase him out, but he's got the movement speed. Can he outrun the Slardar, the Vacuum, to try to get them back on the ground? PA picking them off on the chase. Darkseer falling victim, but KVH, he's going to try to stealth it. He's trying to find them one at a time and burst them down. The daggers available, the crits aplenty. Amplified damage on the ready. They see where he's coming from. It's good to know. Venom Assassin, one of those trickier heroes to keep an eye on. She continues to blur out of existence.
Invisibility.
Slardar trying to blink in, take a peek at the Roshan activity, but Oracle's going to continue to chase. His Aegis is picked up, but Oracle's going to finish him off, and that's going to be an easy pickup for him. Slardar, poor guy. Papita wanting to do something while the curse is up on Ursa, but it's not going to be enough. There's the Cold Embrace. Juggernaut not sure what he's going to do. They're just kind of dancing around on the high ground. Ursa focusing down the Winter Wyvern while Death Prophet under pressure from the PA. Oracle with the assist. They're going to try to control him, and they do. Unstoppable spree handed over to KVH. 3 down. Isurus Gaming in dear trouble. Terrible trouble for Isurus Gaming now. With 3 men down, 2 remaining. A good gold exchange handed over in favor for Perky Peps. The tier 3 inside the Dire base. This is up. This is next. They feel confident. They're going to continue to pursue it down. Oh, the crits from the dagger. Explosive. And Ursa is going to continue. The Glimpse to help him get back. There you go. There's a free ride back to the tier 3 tower. The Omni Slash is there. They move in to try to absorb some of the damage, but pulled back. He's able to cut down the Ogre Magi in the process. The Blade Fury out of reach, but Ursa's not giving up. He's going to chase them back to the well with the help of Cold Embrace, but the tier 3 is finally down, working on the barracks now. They want it. They want to continue this fight. They've got to defend it. The barracks are up for grabs. This could be the end of it. That's the blink and slam is there, but PA activating the BKB. There's the curse. They might be able to peel off the Aegis off Ursa, but not yet. Oracle with the good saves. He's able to keep him alive. The wall is up. Enough to keep the pressure on. Another Slard stun. He's able to blink in and interrupt momentarily, but it's not enough for Papita and fullback to be able to do more damage. PA blinking out on top of the Darkseer, getting out of range of the Exorcism. They're going to wait for that to expire and get back in there. But Ursa getting the Aegis peeled off of him. He's going to resurrect underneath the kinetic field. He's not going anywhere, and that's going to be an easy pickoff. They've got 1 Rax remaining here in the mid lane, and they're just going down one at a time. Both carries. Only the supports are left, and they may be able to get all 5 as they continue to pull through the Vacuum to try to peel them off, but he's slowed. The Purge effect, and they're going to hold on to him. That's a good double kill. Hand it over to Papita and fullback. Ogre Magi last to survive out of that engagement. Tied up 27-27, 31 minutes in. 4,000 gold handed over to Isurus Gaming. What a swing. But Perky Pep still sitting comfortably. They've still got quite a lead over Isurus Gaming. And will they make the trade? Mid lane, and with only 1 Rax remaining, and we're looking at a pause. Slardar lagging, just kind of strolling here into the lane. If you can check this out. He just kind of wandered in here, wondering what that was. But now we know.
Let's get on with
All right, they're back in. They're able to keep him alive, pull him out the tower. Absolutely brutal. Getting at least 7 or 8 hits there on the Slardar. Before and after the pause. Tier 3 picked off.
Radiant's bottom
Next is going to focus on the racks. Ursa getting close. He's within blink range, and he's going to come into Blade Fury there. They turn around with a stun of their own. He doesn't have the means to be able to stay in it. No BKB available for him. PA not back into the fight. 4 seconds remaining for him. Ursa is going to be cleaned off. Purged. There's the Blade Master. There's the Juggernaut. Cut to pieces. Winter Wyvern next on the target, but the curse is there on Ogre. Will they cut him down? No, he's able to stay survive just enough. The Guardian Greaves keeping them up. Perky Peps are on top of their game now, responding with a fury. Taking out 3 in the process. Isurus Gaming looking like they lost a little bit of gold in that engagement. Over 1,100 to Perky Peps. Really putting this back in favor of Perky Peps. The graphs heading in their favor once again. The Basher picked up for KVH. Still no BKB picked up for Ursa. They want to make the signals to get the tier 2 bottom lane. Rama now with the ability to dodge some of that physical damage dealt with PA and Ursa. Necessary pickup for the supports in this case. Lots of physical damage. And the Manta also on PA make a significant effect. Be able to break some of these spells. Break the Yule Scepter, Cyclone. Being able to pop the BKB. PA needs to swing those attacks as often as possible to blink, crush. Able to run to safety. Force stabbed out to safety, but they're going to make easy work of the Winter Wyvern, and they're going to continue to pursue things up to the well. Papita getting some heal off a little bit, but bottom lane is dangerously low. The tower now gone, working on the racks. PA using the BKB to stay in this. They've got the racks down secured, but it looks like Ursa has got fullback under control. This is it. This could be the part where we see some double G's coming our way, but not yet. Looks like Isurus is not going to give up on this. Is Rama again falling death under his own static storm? Ursa really not caring at this point, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's called. Isurus Gaming handing things over. The Perky Pepperonis out of this best of 3, coming out on top, taking game 1, taking game 2. I'm RBP, this is KOD League. And we're happy to bring this to you. Please follow all of our social media, at RBP on Twitter, at KOD League on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of that good stuff. Keep track of everything that we're doing, all the prizes that we have to give away. For those of you who need a discount on some gaming products, go to rexflow.net, put in Austin Dota 2 Gamers for a 5% discount there. That helps us out over in Central Texas. Appreciate it. Thanks for the invite. Glad that I could come here and do some commentary for you guys. You have a wonderful evening, and we look forward to doing it again sometime real soon. You have a great night.